Alright. What's up? Magic Man in the house? Magic Man wants to tell you, hey, sorry I had to be away for a bit. Things happen. And then, you just make more videos anyway. Once again, more Hexen. Going once again to the Shadowwood. Now, this time we shall start in the Wastelands.
My servants can smell your blood, human.
And it smells sweet, yet sour. Actually, no, I've been described as cold but then sweet, which is about right. My personality is that of a hard candy. You know, rough around the edges and you bite in, it's like, oh look, there's a chewy sweet scent. Yeah, pretty much. The coating protects me from the emeralds and gems. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, sorry. I mean, when you're playing an autumn level, the first thing I think of is Pumpkin Hill, so... Or, you know, Maple Runway. Combine that with Coconut Mall. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. But no, it's just more of a, you know, gotta evaluate myself, gotta make sure I have all the throat powers to keep talking, so... Probably need some vocal training, I would think. Another part of it is when you just have to take care of yourself, and sometimes you do need a break, even if you don't want it. That's very true in my case. But I tell ya, the gaming will be improved and newer. New and improved. Who says that? New and improved. Oh, well, if it's improved, that implies it wasn't new anymore. Improved on the old, that which is not new. Newly improved is what we need to call this. Yeah, hearing good stuff about, what, that cultic game? I might have mentioned that, but yeah, there's like an episode 1 and episode 2 that you'd buy separately? I thought it was going to be like a shareware thing. You get the first one as a demo free, but I don't know. It seems like Steam doesn't really do the demo thing anymore. However, I noticed some point-and-click adventure games have their first outings free, and that's a good business model. Particularly when you need to know what kind of game you're dealing with, but I feel like with a point-and-click adventure game, you don't exactly need a demo for that, because what you see is kind of what you get in that kind of game. If you see it's going to be shit, you're just like, ah, well, I know immediately. Not that that's always true. It's very not true for text parser games. But who does that? Actually, no, I think I did spot like a modern King's Quest style game on Steam. I forgot what it was, though. I don't even know if I wanted it, but I just thought it was cool that they were doing that, because that's the kind of niche indie games needs to fill. Even though they're not really dead. Just like the genre I'm playing never really died. Did I tell you about my number 3 weapon? It's the best. You just throw lightning at things. And, better yet, it works on those annoying fucking centaurs. Whether they're blocking or not. Which is insanely good. In fact, this is the best weapon for dealing with them. No, really. So this makes up for my flechettes not being as good as the clerics. Yeah, that makes me think the cleric is just basically a, not just all-around, but a utility class. Whereas the mage is just like, as long as you got mana to spend, it becomes a mana conservation game. And as the fighter, the strategy is just, how can I get up close and personal? If I can't get close, I'm gonna make them get close. Here it's like, make them go far away. Please! But at very least, the ice power is very good as like sort of a frozen shotgun blast. More appropriately, if they're too close to you. So you can shield them. But anyway, the lightning is so good. In fact, because of that, I think I use the most Craters of Might in this part of the playthrough, because it's like, more lightning! I need more of it! Anyway, Laceland. I've really been charmed by this game. I've got to admit, I've been charmed by this game. Got more plans for you. I was trying some, like, Heretic shovelware compilation disc, because we are severely lacking in Heretic content. Closest I could probably get to one that's probably decent enough is the Heretic Community Chest or whatever. There's only 3 episodes. I was hoping for like a 5-episode deal. Anyway, the point is this Hexen thing. kind of just eh. I mean, I could probably play it for you, but I don't know if I'd feel good about doing it. A lot of the compilation discs I'm not sure I'd feel good about, you know, but it's like, someone's gonna do those single episodes! I'm like, I don't know if I want to, man. Not even getting to the part where there's probably Hexen compilation discs, except I don't even know how anyone even attempted to make those, which is probably why I don't know about them. And yet we have Quake compilation discs. You know what? The Quake stuff? Probably good. Yeah. If you were gonna say top 3 shooters in 96, it'd be like Duke Nukem 3D, Quake, and Hexen. Right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I don't need to waste lightning on the Ifrits. That's a little silly. You can definitely lightning the serpents and they'll die in about one shot. Like maybe 80% of the time. I don't really know the damage number range off the top of my head. That's something people always forget. It's like, you know, there's some RNG in the combat in this kind of game always. And it kind of means you can't always expect the same thing to always work. But you know what it can mean? Is that if you try something different, something else will happen. Some might call that RNG manipulation. Well, you'd be absolutely right. Especially since these are not clock-based. It's tick-based. And it's certainly not TikTok-based, because, actually, no, I think all TikTok's problems are just, it's trying to be a site that was better than it. It's all vertical. It's short. Yeah, you know what? TikTok is like if YouTube Twitterized itself. And, you know, I don't know if that was good. Or is good. Oh well. As long as I don't have to participate, I'm just going to say that. Same with the YouTube Shorts, because that is very redundant, but I guess some people want that. Where they spend their time on the internet doing small moments on the phone. I'm like, this is what you get out of it? Like, small bits of entertainment? Isn't this what, like, Max Headroom warned us about with these blipverts? Really, really a bunch of advertisements while everything, the actual content's super short? Like, it used to be you get, like, 20 or so minutes of content, and then the ads. Now it's the other way around. It's like a few minutes of content and then 20 minutes of ads. It's like, yes. Yes, consume more. It's like, dude, you can only consume so much. It's called literally dying. But infinite growth. Yeah, infinite growth is what we call cancer. You know, growth requires regulation in order to be stable. This is true in a lot of things. This is why they warn you about using too many vitamins. It's just like, oh yeah, you're gonna feel amazing, but then, like, your body's gonna explode from all the goodness. It's like, ah! Too powerful! And then you explode. Basically every athlete's problem ever. Or beauty contest, for that matter, actually, yeah. You know, I don't know what kind of drugs they take at a beauty contest, but I'm pretty sure that some new. I can say at least one person out there on Earth. There's a good chance of me not being wrong. This serpent wants to tell you how much its life sucks. Oh yeah, I was watching with my wife something called the Goes Wrong series, which is basically, it's basically theater, except it's meta theater, in which it's a parody of theater, in which the actors act purposely bad, but they do a good... I don't know, it's convincing enough. And, I mention it because I hadn't laughed that much in quite a while. It almost reminds me of the first time I ever heard of Monty Python kind of laughing, so you know it's good. The only sad part is once you've laughed at something once, it's not going to be as funny the second time around, even though you'll remember it being funny. Which means... I'm gonna need some friends to watch shit with. Oh wait, I can do that sometimes.
Just set a time, make your schedule, make it important. Time is of the essence, time is money, and electricity binds us all to the universe! Yes, I'm the Victor Frankenstein of magic. Ah!
It's just weird. It's like, oh, you want to cast a different spell? We'll make your hands a different stance. Actually, that's a good idea. That's something that should have been done for, like, a DS game. Where the kinds of magic you cast depends on your motion movements. I feel like this is not a bad idea. And then have the microphone with the, like, the Latin name or whatever. I'm telling you, man. Voice motion activated magic game is great. Basically, I think Wii Games should have, like, tried to envelop the LARPing community. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Now you can do magic missiles in the comfort of your own home! That's right. That's right. That's what the people say. Yeah, because fuck that. I'm chaos devising. Actually, I thought maybe I meant to banish device... Banishment device. Banishing devicement. Oh, yes. That's what I device meant. Oh, the stuff that you remember when you were younger. Or a bit when you were older. Age is just a number between you and the half-life of your molecules. How long do you think you can last? Well, that's why the medicine community is always going to exist. Work on those anti-aging creams. Actually, I'm always amused by anti-aging cream because it's already the wrong thing to call it. You're just going to look better. That doesn't mean you're going to look younger. That's not how time works. Oh man, somehow I'm older and yet look younger. Numbers. How do they work?
Like fucking magnets, that's how they work. Not really. Oh, the things I could show you. Oh, we're headed to that key. Very nice. Yeah, sadly, as the Wasteland is my first departure here. That means I'm going to have to come back. Even though I really did like... Yeah, I think the Wasteland is my favorite of these three. Although, the Swamp one is the more, like, gratifying one when you actually clear it. The Wasteland is kind of just a walk in the park. A walk in the Wasteland, as it were. And then the caves are, well, cramped and wandery. Telling you, man, with the limits, no one can limit us.
Unlimited power! That's what I should have been saying. Unlimited power!
Every time I use the lightning? Ah, shit. Missed opportunity. You know, joke site is Hindy 2020. Hindyman. That's right. That's right, Jesse. I'm a Heineken.
Heineken! Heineken Skywalker, Jesse.
That's what they call me. They call you Darth Walter.
Yes.
Darth Water is even worse. You don't want to drink it. It's bad for you. Alright. Yeah, I guess freezing the stalkers doesn't work out too well compared to electrifying them, so you can hit. But, you know, you could easily just, you know, tap magic them with your kiting regular spell. Don't worry about the stalkers too much. It's these centaurs, man. They gotta go. I really like this background. Now that I have time to actually appreciate it. Holy shit. Guys, this looks really good. I feel like I'm in the Southwest. In medieval times. Like, medieval... Like, you know, it's a different world, but... You know, can you imagine medieval times, but in the... Well, actually, yeah, you can. This feels more like the Southwestern, doesn't it? So it doesn't have a sort of Arabian Nights feel, you know? You know? I mean, what else would you call that? Middle East? Boring. Don't name places based on their relativity to the Earth's position. That's not flavorful enough.
I feel like that was not a smart play.
It's okay, though. I won't be here very long. I think it's just me not wanting to waste my electricity. Plus these guys getting up and fucking it up for everybody. And possibly knocking me over. That too. Am I looking for something?
Yes, the next way out of town! Haha! Nice day for fishing. Haha!
Oh, yes. Not your best work, Chris. No, it's not. Please. Unlimited power, please. Total global monetization, Chris. I will own all of YouTube. Speaking of social medias, you know, I think if it's one thing I've learned is that maybe social media doesn't have to be a place where everyone has to exist simultaneously. I think we see what happens, like, when we base things on which faction is not a faction when there are factions. Like, we as people are fragmented. That's just not even... That's just not even a thing of, like, nature. It's a thing of decision-making that everyone goes through. And the only kind of person that doesn't make decisions may be disabled. Or is like, you know, tell me what to do sort of thing. It's just like, you don't want to live like that. Have a decisions. You're not going to have every decision in the world. But it just made me think of, like, how much I do at a forum, and then I realized I didn't do that much in a forum anyway, so it's nothing to do with me and my relationship with that. But rather, a connection between me and, well, again, community, so, or my tribe. I don't want to even, like, I work better as a shaman than as a member of your tribe, though. I'm the guy you call upon when nothing fucking works. And what I mean is when you've tried everything, and you don't know what to do. Then you summon me up, and we work shit out, somehow. I don't even have to necessarily have the answers to everything. But if you feel better afterwards, then I've done my job. Yeah, it's not even really... This goes way before Native Americans too, like, we're talking Indo-Europeans, or whatever have you. I like how our name for the most past society is based on just combining modern terms. It's kind of funny to me. Like Neolithic. You think they would have called it Neolithic back then? They would have called it, wow, I exist era. Cool. Or like, how long is medieval going to be medieval? Like, it can't be the Middle Ages forever, right? Just like how World War I used to be called the Great World War until they realized there was a second one. They're like, oh no, not a sequel, you know. Theming of concepts in time are relative into the time in which they are used in time. Take this! Death activates the walls of freedom. We got this guy again. He's doing ourselves a number. I just figure I have that open anyway, so that when the door is ready, I can just come back and use it. And it tends to be what I do in the first visit of these kinds of stages, is just explore as much as I can, make all the doors available, so when I come back with the keys, I can get it all relatively done in one fell swoop. I like to swoop! Swoopity swoop, I like to swoopy swoop! Rather good swoop, he likes to swoop! Swoopula, he's going to swoop! Swooping it up. Oh wow, I'm actually full of potion. I'll take a free one, thank you. You know why my flask is so heavy? Because they're full of mercy. Beaucoup. Mercy Goku. The blushing French. The blushing French Camelot. Mercy Son Beaucoup. Je ne crois. You know, French must be fun, but to me, French is the opposite of German in terms of speaking. Whereas German is, a lot of things just get smashed together with a bunch of consonants. French is just like, hope you know how to pronounce this, because a lot of this shit is silent, and it's all going to be very, you know, twangy. It's just like, alright. For example, when you say, like, bourgeois, how much of that is actually silent, but it's implied that you know how to spell it based on what I said. Right? Well, is that the example I went to? That's, draw your own conclusion, man. Draw it on paper. Bourgeois is our way of calling normies back then. I think it's the same thing, really. It's just a way as a mythical, not really mythical, descriptor of things regarding trends for people. It's like, are you really living that way? It's like, you know, I think you're thinking about it the wrong way. I think you're thinking of it as, how much can I help you, man? If I can't get help and you can't get help from me, we're not doing it right. I think that's it. Like, you know, some people think freedom means anarchy. No. Or, more importantly, freedom, chaos. Even anarchy is different from that, so... But yes, that's right. Do not confuse freedom with chaos. You get a lot of trouble that way. Especially since it's well within the chaos to align itself with order if it felt like it that way. Just ask the Church of Discordianism, which is not run on Discord. If it was, they would not really be ironic, because that's something they would do. Maybe. It's not supposed to be a pattern, that's the point. Although I have to say, dedicating yourself to not having patterns is a pattern itself, but that's not what you should worry about. You should worry about someone who's like trying very hard to not prescribe to order, and I feel like that's not really all that possible. Like, you can't be pure chaos. I don't mean physically either. Like, everything you do is all so random. No, it's really not. That's not even the criticism calling someone that. It's the criticism be like, no, you're not as random as you think you are. You know, get used to it. The random exists in our random kingdom of Rand. Oh. Well, I just figured out the whole plot line there. It's a scatter plot line. Yeah. I heard something about, wow, I'm not remembering his name right now, but the guy who plays Marty McFly. Something... Well, anyway. It looks like the dude's doing a lot better. I think. In terms of treating his Parkinson's, and wow, God bless that guy. He's been through some tough shit. You know who else has been through tough shit? Bobby Brown has been through tough shit. Let's give a hand to Bobby Brown for getting through a lot of tough shit. Because he has to keep the New Jack Swing shit going, in absence of everyone else forgetting about it. I'm telling you, man, John is way too overlooked for something that didn't happen for very long. It's like, but it's just what the Michael Jackson does. Oh, come on. You know there's more to it than that. Not that it wasn't good. Oh, he was. Oh, yes. I don't even know if it's my favorite genre. I don't think of it that way. I don't think of favorite genres. I think of favorite songs. But I think if you're trying to organize shit into favorites, you're going to fall into a lot of problems. Never mind not the exactitude of what my favorite games are. It's still tentatively Duke Nukem 3D is my favorite game. I would have said Unreal Tournament way back when, but I changed my mind as I've come to appreciate single-player level design. But Unreal Tournament is kind of technically the best game, in a way. Simply for what it was able to do, on top of what Quake 3 Arena would have been doing. It's just basically a better Quake 3 Arena, what can I say?